Britt Westbourne's recent story arc, emotional, complicated, and very Britt. Since her return to Port Charles, Britt Westbourne has once again become one of the most emotionally layered characters on General Hospital. Recent episodes have leaned heavily into Britt's signature mix of sarcasm, vulnerability, and guarded strength. And Kelly Thiebaud has been delivering some of her most nuanced work to date. Britt is no longer the reckless defensive woman viewers first met years ago. Instead, she's portrayed as someone who has been through hell, learned from it, and is now trying, sometimes awkwardly, to protect the life she fought so hard to reclaim. This evolution has been evident in nearly every scene she's appeared in lately, especially in moments where her tough exterior cracks just enough to reveal lingering fear and longing. Britt and Jason. Love interrupted. Again. One of the biggest emotional beats in recent episodes has revolved around Britt's complicated relationship with Jason Morgan. Just as Britt allowed herself to fully believe in a future with him, circumstances once again pulled them apart. Britt's reaction hasn't been explosive. Instead, it's been quietly devastating. She hasn't lashed out or begged Jason to stay. Instead, she's done what Britt does best: put on a brave face, make a dry comment, and bury the pain beneath composure. That restraint has made her heartbreak feel even heavier. Several scenes have shown Britt alone, processing what the separation means, not just losing Jason, but losing the hope she allowed herself to feel. The show has clearly framed this as a turning point. Britt must now decide whether she defines herself by who she loves or by who she has become. A doctor first, but the past still haunts her. At General Hospital, Britt has thrown herself back into medicine, using her work as both a distraction and a lifeline. Recent episodes highlight her sharp clinical instincts, leadership in tense situations, and her refusal to let personal turmoil compromise patient care. However, her past continues to follow her. There have been subtle references to her earlier struggles, her illness, her near-death experiences, and the emotional scars left behind. Rather than ignoring these, the show has allowed Britt moments of reflection, hinting that unresolved trauma still shapes her decisions. Kelly Thiebaud plays these moments with restraint. A pause before speaking, a flicker of emotion in her eyes, a sigh after everyone leaves the room. It's storytelling that trusts the audience to feel rather than be told. Britt's place in Port Charles, still an outsider. Despite being back for a while now, Britt still exists slightly on the edges of Port Charles society. Recent interactions suggest she's tolerated, respected, professionally, but not fully embraced socially. Old grudges haven't disappeared, and some residents still view her through the lens of her past mistakes. Interestingly, Britt seems aware of this, and almost accepting of it. She's no longer desperate to be liked. Instead, she appears focused on authenticity, even if that means standing alone. This quiet confidence marks a major shift from the defensive Britt of earlier years. Kelly Thiebaud's performance. Subtle, strong, and standout. Kelly Thiebaud's recent performances have been widely praised by fans for their emotional realism. She hasn't relied on big speeches or dramatic breakdowns. Instead, she's played Britt with maturity, fatigue, and resilience. The energy of someone who's survived too much to be easily shaken, yet still feels everything deeply. Her chemistry with scene partners remains one of the show's strongest assets, particularly in emotionally restrained scenes where so much goes unsaid. Britt's sarcasm feels less like armor now and more like muscle memory, a habit she's slowly learning she doesn't always need. What's next for Britt? Recent episodes strongly suggest Britt is at a crossroads. Will she wait for love that keeps slipping through her fingers? Will she choose herself for once? Or will her past once again collide with her present in an unexpected way? Whatever direction the writers choose, one thing is clear. Britt Westbourne is no longer just a supporting character or a romantic subplot. She's a fully realized, emotionally complex woman whose story still has weight. And Kelly Thiebaud is playing her with a depth that keeps viewers invested.